Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and I'm hoping that we're ready for mystery stamping. I'm going to kind of chat here for a minute and wait and see if people get on, but I'm going to try to go on my laptop, no, my iPad, so I'm hoping I can see comments today. We'll see. And that way, if we mystery stamp together, then I can see comments, and that way I'll know when you're ready to move on, and I'll know what's going on. I don't know, I've seen other demonstrators do it this way, so I'm hoping this works. I don't know. I'm not very technicky, I don't know what the word is for it either, but I don't see anybody hopping on, so maybe I don't know how to see the comments on my iPad. So there you go. All right, let's, something went wrong. Okay, let's see if I can hang on there. See, so now I know someone is on there. Can you just make a comment so I can see if I can see it on my iPad? Because I'm going to try to really watch comments so I don't get ahead and we can stamp together. Now, if you're not familiar with mystery stamping, I sent out in an event all the measurements. Here they are right here, and then you cut your cardstock and have all your supplies ready, and then we'll make a card together. And why it's a mystery is because all of our cards will look different using the same measurements. And this is a good way, if you're like most people and you have a bunch of stuff there and you don't use it as much as you'd like to, mystery stamping is a good way to use your stuff on my mystery stamping. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's not gonna work. Okay, I'm just gonna go on and I'll go slow while I wait to see if anybody jumps on. Okay, I give up. Well, I'm just gonna do the mystery stamping, and that way if someone comes in late, we might back up a little bit, but this is what the plan is. So this is the measurements of all the cardstock that you need. I made it really big, maybe too big, but I wanted to make sure that you knew all the measurements and the cardstock that you would need. I'm going to use Stampin' Up's Product of the Month. This is just kind of like an add-on, so when you place your order, you can get another product for $5. Your order has to be $75, right? And then you can get this Designer Series paper, which is absolutely beautiful. It's pearlized, but it's only $5. And I think you get 12 sheets, 2 each, of 6 different patterns. They are not double-sided like most of Stampin' Up's paper because of this pearl sheen on there. Let's see if I can get the, yeah, see the pearl sheen on there, how pretty it is? And they're really beautiful patterns. They have pumpkins and leaves in Cajun Craze, Golden Glow. I don't know what that brown is. I have to look on the back. I think that's pumpkin or pecan pie. But look how pretty those images are on that pearlized Designer Series paper. And like I said, the back is just white. It's nothing on the back. It's kind of got a thicker kind of feel than normal Designer Series paper. So boxes would be great with this pattern or this paper. But that's what I'm going to use on my for my Designer Series paper pieces. That was easy for me to say. Not really. Okay, so my first measurement, and I'm going to bring my paper back in here so we can go through that together. So 8.5 by 4.5 scored, nope, by 8.5 by 4 1/4 scored at 4.5. So obviously we're going to make a 4 by 4 square card today. I think you're going to like it. And then I have a piece here that is 2 3/4 inch square. That's this first layer right here. And then I have a piece the same color that is, nope, that's not the right one, it's this one, 2.5 square. And then I have a 2 inch square, and that's these first 3 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. First 4. There's 4 pieces of cardstock there, Kathy. Okay, then we need a piece of Designer Series paper. That's a 4 inch square. So here's my pumpkin pattern that I'm going to use there, and you can see it fits in that the scored area on your cards, on your card base. And then it says a piece of neutral. Now we're right here. Nope, then we need Designer Series paper that is 2 1/4 square, and this one is going to layer right there, and that's where I use that pretty flower print. And I tried to get as much of the flower of Cajun Craze, so that's the section of cardstock that has more of that Cajun Craze, just to give it a pop of color. And then it says here we need a neutral piece that is 2.5-inch square. So I used Golden Glow. I have run it through an embossing folder, so this Seasons Cheer embossing folders, they're mini embossing folders. They come in a leaf pattern, a candy cane pattern, and then some ghosts and dots. And of course I use the leaves since it's kind of a fall card. So this one has embossed, and you'll notice this one layers nicely right there. Okay, keep going on. Then we need a neutral piece that is 1 3/4 inch square. This is going to be the front. This is going to layer on there, and then we need a neutral piece, which I'm using Basic White, for the inside of our card. And here's where I put the front, so you know that, and the inside. Now, mystery stamping is kind of new, as me being the mystery stamp leader, I guess you would call it. So if you have a better way, or if you know of a better way that would serve you to cut your cardstock so it makes more sense, you let me know. I'm always open for ideas. Okay. And then at the bottom it says, then your choice of stamps or bundles to decorate the front and the inside of your card. Okay, so now we have all of our pieces, and it's time to start making stuff. So I'm going to set this piece aside and keep these here. Now, before I attach this to my card, I saw another demonstrator take her shimmer pens and color on there, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to take my pumpkins here, and I'm going to just use, this is, hang on, I want to shake it to get that shimmer. I'm going to do it off screen so you don't get sick. But to get that shimmer going, I'm going to shake my shimmer brush here and just paint carefully, try not to go out the lines. Boy, with the light on my desk here, it's really hard to see on that little pumpkin, but you can see it start come to life and get that orange color. And I think the Crisp Cantaloupe will coordinate with the Cajun Craze and the Golden Glow cardstock. I thought about maybe doing the pumpkin in Golden Glow instead of the Crisp Cantaloupe. God, now I can't do two things at once, but I like orange pumpkins, so we're gonna go this route. But look how that pumpkin kind of comes to life and is really pretty when we give it just a little bit of color. And it won't take long. I'm going to go ahead and do all my pumpkins. This might help procrastinate a little bit until some other people come on and maybe stamp with me. Well, and while I'm doing this, I guess I'm going to keep talking. I'll tell you a little bit more. So if you're interested in mystery stamping, what I do is on my team meeting, we do mystery stamping, and then the Monday after our team meeting, I do it live here on Facebook. So if you're interested, like I said, my team meetings, well, right now they're on Tuesdays, the second Tuesday of the month. So then on the Monday after the second Tuesday, that's when my mystery stamping will be here live on Facebook. And like I said, I'll do an event, and that'll have all the measurements in there, and that'll give you plenty of time. Did I go outside the lines? No, I didn't. To cut your cardstock. Now, I do have a bunch of samples, so after we make our card, I'm going to show you a bunch of samples. And if you, by chance, want to see the samples before you start to decorate your card, you let me know, and that might give you some ideas as to how you want your card to look, if that makes sense, before you go to decorate. Because I don't want you to waste cardstock or paper. I want you to be happy with the outcome. Okay, I'm almost done. I have one more pumpkin bead. This is a great big pumpkin, but he's really pretty, and I do like the look of the shimmer. Now, I'm using a shimmer brush, although it already has that pearlized, so it's not really adding shimmer, and you could also just use a Stampin' Blend. That would work just as well, and it'd still have that pretty shimmer that the Designer Series paper already has on it. I think it's called pearlization, but same thing. Kind of reminds me of Wink Estella, because Wink Estella would give it that same shimmer that you don't have to because it's in the Designer Series paper, like I've said 400 times. Okay, there, my pumpkins are good enough. Wait, almost good enough. I think they look really pretty like that. Now I was tempted to take the Golden Glow and do the leaves, but I think that's going to take way too long. So I'm going to just go ahead and put this, fold my card base here on that score line and put this on here. Okay, now if you pop on, be sure and let me know. I would love to see if I can see comments tonight, because I think for mystery stamping, that's a little bit important, and I know whether to go on or to wait and let you catch up if you get behind. Or confused, I can answer questions. There we go. I see your comment, it's Rod. However, I don't see it on my iPad, and that's where I was hoping to see the comments. Oh well. How are you, Rod? Okay, so we're going to take our designer series paper and we're going to just layer it right there. Easy peasy. My procrastination might have worked a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to take this piece, right? This is the piece that I embossed the neutral cardstock for layer number 2. And I'm going to just take some liquid glue. I like to use liquid glue with the embossing folder, and that way it doesn't smash out all that dry embossing that we just did to our paper, and it still has that really pretty image on there. And then I can slide it around and make sure I get it centered. Good, good, good. I'm glad you're doing good, Rod. Thanks for being here. Okay, and then this piece, which layers on here, I'm going to go ahead and put that on. I'm going to just use tape runner because there's no embossing or anything, and this will hold it just fine onto our designer series paper. This is going to go fast because, believe it or not, we're almost done. I guess the decorating of the front is what's going to take so much time. Okay, so we have our pieces. I'm going to wait because if you're going to stamp on this piece, you want to do that right before we finish. So I'm going to wait and not put that piece on in case, like I said, you're stamping on yours. Okay, the squares, this is the bigger one. So we're going to turn this into a diamond, and we're going to attach it like this to our card. And it should go pretty close, corner to corner at the edge of your cardstock. And I'm going to put mine on with dimensionals. And I noticed before the video that I didn't have any dimensionals out, so I need to open up a new pack here. Give me just a second. In fact, if you order from Stampin' Up, starting August 19th, which I believe is Wednesday, they're having a double rewards. So when you order from Stampin' Up, if your order's over like 20 bucks, they give you stamp rewards, and starting the 19th, I believe through the 21st, they'll double your rewards. So I want some of that paper because they are having a designer series paper and cardstock sale right now. And now you can get double the rewards if you order some. So I'll put some more dimensionals on my order. That's what I was going for. I'm going to let you know. Okay, so now we have a diamond. I'm trying to get it centered, seeing it's a little bit, yikes, let go. Has to go this way just a tad. I didn't have it centered left to right. Not that I know what left to right is. It would be my way or your way, right, Rod? And now it moved again. Come on, card. And it's hard to see because I can't look right over it because of the camera. But there we go. Okay, so see, now that's centered in there like a diamond. Then we're going to take this piece and we're going to figure out, I like it this way. I'm going to put this piece on top of that as a square again. And I'm going to check each corner and make sure that I get them so it's centered on there and looks symmetric. Is that the word I'm looking for? Okay. Get those backs off. And I'm going to put this one, I think, this way, or do I like it this way? I think I like it this way. And that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Maybe it needs to go this way just a hair. Let's move it this way just a hair. I made sure I didn't put any pressure on there. So, and really, I should be using my grid on my glass mat to make sure that it gets straight. Okay, so there we go. So I'm assuming, Rod, that you're not stamping with me because I know you're not a stamper. You are a reptile expert, which if you ever want to go see Rod's video, he is Just Chameleons on Facebook, and he does very, very interesting videos about his chameleons, well, and Elmer. So Rod, if you want to put the link in the comment so people can go watch your video and go check out Elmer and what you do, I think they might find that very interesting. Okay, now since I'm not stamping on there, I'm going to go ahead and put this on there. This is the reason I wanted you to check this out first. We're going to turn this into a diamond. So if you are stamping on here, make sure to put it in a diamond. Don't stamp on it this way. You need to stamp on it this way. And then we're going to go ahead and attach this one to there. Now, here's my question. Does anybody want to see the samples? I've set my dimensionals somewhere. There they are. Before we go to decorate, or would you like to be surprised and we just go ahead and decorate the card? No, Mary, I don't think Rod is stamping. I'm going to send him a paper pumpkin one of these days so he has something to stamp along with us. Okay, here goes this one like this. And no one said whether they want to see the sample, so I'm going to just go ahead and finish my card. Well, Rod, you keep watching my videos and I'll show you how to do it. I'll teach you how to stamp, and then you'll have as much fun as I do. Okay, now to decorate my card, I'm going to wait and probably stamp on here. In fact, I can't quite decide yet, so I'm going to set that aside and finish the front, and then we'll go to the inside. And before, I did a little bit of fussy cutting. I also have some linen thread. And if you watch my videos on this card here, did I show you this? How I did the little wing-a-dings here? I just took my linen thread, I wrapped it around a pencil, spritzed it with a little bit of water, dried it with the heat gun, and then look how your linen thread turns into this real curly little mess here. I think I might use that thumbs up, Rod, on my card too. And then I have embossed on some Cajun Craze using the Simply Leave sentiments here, and I think I'm going to use those on my card. I did that in advance. I do have, if I change my mind, the salutations here that has the Happy Thanksgiving and I'm grateful for you, because I think this would be a great Thanksgiving card too. So if I change my mind and don't want to use those, I have that handy too. But here's all the little pieces that I just fussy cut. And when I say fussy cut, I mean I just cut them out of the Designer Series paper that I'm going to use on my card. But since I colored my pumpkins back here, I'm going to go ahead and color some of these pieces too. So chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to put a piece of paper down because really I probably should have colored them before I fussy cut them. But I fussy cut them and then I saw the coloring on them. So we're going to do it the hard way. Okay, a little bit more. If you weren't here, this is Crisp Cantaloupe Shimmer Brush. Although I mentioned before, you could also use the Stampin' Blends. Those would work just as well. Since the pumpkin's already shimmery, the shimmer brush isn't really adding shimmer. It's just coloring it. And sorry, can't do two things at once. The shimmer pen, or the Stampin' Blends, there we go, would do the same thing. I can't, but there's the light on my desk makes it really hard to see, but there we go. Now my pumpkin is orange rather than, I don't know what color that is. Maybe that is Golden Glow. I think I'm going to just do two of them. I've got two big ones, so I think I might want a little pumpkin. So let me do three. I'm going to hurry and color 3 pumpkins because I'm really not sure which pumpkins I want on my card. There we go. That looks pretty good. And you can still, because Stampin' Up! Has some of shading on their Designer Series paper, and you can still kind of see the shading even when it's colored. So that's really nice that you don't lose that with the color of the Glimmer Pen. Shimmer Brush. Glimmer Pen, Shimmer Brush. What's this called? There we go. Now we have Connie. Connie, did you get all your cardstock cut? Because I'm a little bit ahead if you just came on. You might have to go back and watch the replay. I'm sorry I started without you. Okay, there's those. Let's just do those 3, and then if I change my mind, I'll go ahead and color these. But I do want to put some golden glow on a couple of these leaves. I cut out the big leaves like this. To me, this one and this one kind of look pumpkin-y. Is that a good way to describe a leaf? And then of course I made sure I cut out a few flowers in that Cajun craze so that my card has some pretty colors on it too. So let me go ahead real quick if I can see it. And just add a little bit of golden glow to this one. There we go. Now it has a little bit more color on there, and this one. Now remember in the beginning, I'm going to tell you something I think is funny. I brought my iPad. It's sitting right there. Wait, where's my camera? It's sitting right there so I could watch comments. And guess what I can't see on my iPad? I can't see any comments. I'm trying to watch comments on my computer is where I watch my hands. I need to get more technical. So I need some technical training when it comes to Facebook Live so I can do a better job. But for now, I guess that's how it is. Okay, I'm not seeing many comments, so maybe you guys are just being quiet. Now on the front, because so you know, we took our designer series paper. Let me bring back in my measurements, just in case Connie wants to try to catch up, because I know Connie might be stamping with us. Mary, who was on earlier, has already done the card. She's part of my team and was at the team meeting. But this is our card base here, Connie, that we have folded in half. This is the same color card base that's 2 3/4. We put it here as a diamond and layered on this piece right, which, let me find it. This one, nope. This one, the neutral cardstock, and put it onto that square. And of course I embossed mine just to give it a little bit more texture, so it looks like that. And then we have our other square, which is 2 1/2, that we've actually done in like a square, not a diamond. And then I layered the 2 1/4 square of designer series paper on top of that. And then we turned the top. This is the 2-inch square of the same color cardstock with the neutral color on top. And then we turned that into a diamond. And I put them all on together with dimensionals. Oh, and there now I see Rod shared his link to his Facebook page, and y'all can go watch Elmer, who we talk about Elmer quite a bit here because Elmer's like family. Okay, and I see that I missed a couple spots on my pumpkin, so let me fill those in real quick. Okay, there, that's better. So if I just lay, now we're going to decorate the front. That was too big a pumpkin. I want a littler pumpkin. Maybe we put this piece here and this one here. Maybe we take one of these things and have it coming out back here, and then we take a little Cajun craze flower and set it there. That looks kind of pretty. Maybe we do just that. Now my inspiration came from Stampin' Up's flyer like this, and in fact in the beginning I said there's no way I could cut those papers out, or the pumpkins out, or images out, but when I saw that Stampin' Up could do it, I thought I could do it too. And look, they used like 5 pumpkins, but maybe since my front is so small, 3 is plenty. So I'm going to start by putting this thing, this leaf bunch, down first, and I'm going to just lay it flat. Now this card, even though it's 4 1/4 inch square, still fits in an envelope. It just fits, doesn't fit snug, lots of room. Ooh, that's good, Rod. Thanks, Siri. We all like Siri. Helps us a lot. I'm going to put this on dimensionals. And I did notice too that if you fussy cut out this paper, it kind of gets like curved edges. You might have to bend it back to make it flat again, but so far so good. Okay, and I see Paula out there. Thank you for watching, Paula. We're putting together a mystery stamping. So then I'm going to just take this pumpkin and set it right there. I'm going to put this pumpkin on a dimensional too. Set that over here. And then that little flower that I think I'm going to just put on a glue dot and set it right there. And then I'll put my little thanks right there. What do you think? Does that look pretty good? I'm going to wait a minute to see if anybody makes a comment. I'm going to put a glue dot on there, but because I think I'm going to do that. And then we'll see about the thanks. Just like that. I think that does look pretty good. Okay, and I'm going to even put my thanks up on dimensionals. Let's see if I have some mini dimensionals here that I can cut away the edge. Nope. Let's see if I trim down a half a dimensional will fit on my thanks here because it's pretty small. Just so you know, and maybe some of you do know, fussy cutting or just cutting out stuff like this. Thank you, Rod. I think, okay, we're good then to keep going with how it looks now. But anyway, fussy cutting is one of my favorites. I could fussy cut all day. Now coloring, not so much. Let's see if my dimensional shows through. Nope, we're good. I think this piece is too big though. I need a smaller piece. So I'm going to just do this in-between piece right here. And we'll use that tiny little piece over here. Because I want my thanks to be the same level or popped up like my, like that. There, pretty cute. Okay, we're going to set this aside and work on the inside. Now, I wanted to see what you guys thought, because I could either use this piece that I embossed in white. See, Paula, and most people would tell me I'm the only one that doesn't like to color. I could fussy cut all day, but coloring, no thank you. I just don't have the patience for it. Ooh, and then what if we took a little pumpkin like this and another little flower, maybe like that? I like that. What if we took this little leaf here and stuck it out our pumpkin so he has a leaf? No, not that leaf. This leaf? Well, my other leaf is stuck in there. We do something like that. Instead of that one, what if we put this one down? I think that looks good right there. That's going to be the inside of our card. And I'm not going to put dimensionals on anything because, whoops, I should leave here and tuck it under, because I don't want any bump on the inside of my card. And here I said we're going to decide, you have to help me. And then, can't get, so what do you color with? Paula, do you use the Stampin' Blends? Because those make coloring kind of easy. They kind of blend together and they don't leave brush marks. Although my shimmer brush on my pumpkin didn't leave any brush marks either. I was pretty happy about that. There, that looks pretty good, huh? Yay! Okay, we'll put this down. Since I did all the work of fussy cutting that, we're going to use this. Because I could have just used Cajun Craze and stamped on the inside of the card. Get it, is it straight? Maybe practice makes perfect, huh? With the Stampin' Blends? Maybe you're just being hard on yourself. It probably looks fine. And just because you're looking at your own work, sometimes we do that. Okay, and then we're going to put our little flower here. And there's the inside of our card, which I think looks really nice. Okay, now I forgot about my linen thread. Let's see if we should add a bow to the front. Let me slap this inside so I don't lose it. That, and then let's see what I think. I'm going to tie a bow with my linen thread here with the really curly cues and see if we like that for the front of the card or if we leave it off. because it is curly, let me tell you. And if we don't like them, before I cut it, it's too curly. Let's see about adding some wing-a-dings maybe behind. I'm going to just cut a little piece off. And then I'm going to take a glue dot. I'm going to lay, I think we're all hard on ourselves, Paula. You should let me see some of your cards and I'll tell you how beautiful they are. Okay, take my glue dot. I kind of put it into a little blob on my string here, or my linen thread, and I'm going to tuck that under. And then just kind of have, oh, wait, let me get it where I want it. There we go. And then just kind of have a little curly cue, although now he's not going the right way. What do you think? Let me get him curled. There we go. What do you think of that? Adding those little curly cues. Is he too long? Hi, Glinda. Thanks for being here. Maybe I should have colored him so he's light color. Let's do one more and tuck another one under there and add our little curly linen thread. This piece, look how curly this piece is. It's really curly. Maybe this one's going to look better. Again, I'm going to set it onto my glue dot. Make my glue dot into like a little ball just by taking my paper, snips, scissors, whatever, and curling them. There we go. And we have a little booger glue dot there. Where should we put this one? Maybe over here. And I'm going to tuck this one way under there so it seems we went the wrong way. There, like that. Look how cute that is. Love those little wing-a-dings on my card. Okay, now all we need is embellishments. And here's where I need your help, because I have two different embellishments that I think will work. And I'm not quite sure about one of them, and I want to ask you. So these embellishments, which are called the Sunset Sparkle Sequins, really the colors are, oh, they're not on the back, but I know this is Timid Tiger, this is white. I'm thinking that's Pool Party or Balmy Blue, and this, believe it or not, is Strawberry Slush, right? Okay, Paula, put your cards in the comments. We'd all love to see them. Okay, so which one? So this one, I'm going to just, oh no, look, I can just put this right over there. Do you think that would look okay on my card? Do you think that matches enough? You like the wing-a-dings? I think that's what they're called. I think they look really cute on there. Or should we use just the in color? Those would match the Golden Glow and the Crisp Cantaloupe that I put on my card. And those, let me see if I can get one, well, this one doesn't have any Golden Glow anymore, but we could use the Crisp Cantaloupe. Well, you can't see it. Let me get it in like this. So should we do the Crisp Cantaloupe, the Golden Glow, or shall we do the Strawberry Slush that to me looks more Cajun crazy? Not that Cajun is crazy, but you know what I mean. There we go. I'm going to give you just a few minutes and see if anybody has an idea as to which embellishments we should use. And while I do that, I'm going to get my samples. Like I said, I think I have 8 samples to share with you. Oh, hi, Sal. Yay! Thanks for watching, Sal. We got the whole family here. Say hi to Rod, Sal. Okay, so here's one of them. I wanted to use that Fern and Flora suite. Look how cute that one turned out. Same concept, same layout. I embossed the paper back here. I used Designer Series paper here and here. Here I did just a little bit of foiling with the new foiling system. And then of course, the inside I just add some of those. I don't know if you'd call them butterflies. I call them moths. But look how cute that card is using the Fern and Flora. Like, I love that one. But once you get a layout like this, it's fun to just take different bundles of product that you have and see what you can do with the layouts. Look at this one. Now these little pieces are long gone. They sold out way too fast. Hi, Iris. Hi, SJ. Love having my grandkids on here. But look how cute that is using the Extraordinary Life, Ordinary Life. Oh, well, the name of the designer series paper. If you want to know the name, you let me know and I'll get it for you. But look how cute that card is using just the simple little pieces from those black, die cuts, I'll call them. There we go. Ready for the next one? So far we have votes for the sequins, so I think we're going to use the sequins. Let's keep going. I just did a Halloween class, so I had to do something with the Oh My Fright bundle, and look how cute this card is for Halloween. Very simple. This one, all I did was, I call it kidnap cut out those words and stack them up, and then use the designer series paper. No dry embossing, no nothing, just layers, and I still think it's really cute. Now these ghosts and bat embellishments probably add a nice touch to this card. Okay, ready for another one? Like I said, I have a bunch of them. This one, you've seen the cutest crew. Look how cute those little cats, and well, they're all cats. I didn't use any dogs on here. Using that plaid in color paper. Here I just stamped on that layer rather than embossing. Floral Flights accents. Thank you, Glinda. It's too bad that they sold out as fast as they did, because they are wonderful. And then on the inside I just added a little cat and a butterfly. Look how cute that one turned out. Okay, keep going. Then I tried this new bundle. Now this is a product, I can't remember what it's called, but Glinda might know and she'll probably comment what the name is. This would be in the September through December catalog, I believe. And this is the designer series paper that's in there that they donate. If you buy the paper, they donate. They, being Stampin' Up!, donates to a cause. But look how cute that little house. Oh, and there's a hair. That would be a cat hair. My cat is Black Nasty Cat. Okay, there we go. Look how cute that one is. And on the inside, I went big. But I thought this one turned out really cute. Okay, should we keep going? I have a few more. Then, have to use the Bug Suite. I tried all my sweets, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. And look how cute that one is. This is what I made at our team meeting. So we do the mystery stamping with my team, and then I come on Facebook Live the next Monday and do it here. So once a month. There's another cat hair on there. That's embarrassing. I'm going to shave my cat. He wouldn't like that. And then on the inside, I just put another little bug. I thought that one was really cute too. And now, I have two more. So then I had to do one using the stitched stocking designer series paper. And this is the new foiling system, the new Christmas foiling that has, can you see the glimmer on all of that? Welcome Noel. See, I knew Glinda would know. That's what this bundle is. Welcome Noel. I love it. I've been playing with that one lately too. But there we go. And then this one, I just put some Happy Christmas and another little candy cane on the inside. So many things you could do with this layout. Now I have one more. This is my favorite. And wait till you see tell me which one your favorite is. This one, I used the Paper Pumpkin add-on dies and cut out all those little flowers. I used the Paper Pumpkin stamp set from July. July? Yes, July. And then to do the stamping. And then on the inside, there's a couple more of those another little flower, and these are more stamps from the Paper Pumpkin. And I think that's what I like most about Paper Pumpkin is those stamps and dies, the add-on dies you can use again and again and again. Look how cute that one is. Okay, so let's add the sequins to this one. We're going to put the gems away, and then I'll lay them all out. And depending on the suite or whatever's on the card, I'd like you to let me know which one's your favorite and see if we agree. I'm going to just slap 3 little gems on there because it has to have something. Oh, no, now I think I'm going to do 5 because he didn't come off. Because I want another one or 2 more over here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do it this way. I think this is a cute idea. You just lay 2 up and down straight like that. Look how cute that looks. This one needs to go down a little bit. Nope, I didn't get the glue dot from under. There we go, like that. There, they look even. I think that I like the 2 like this. I'm not even going to use an odd number. Don't tell anybody. I'm going to use an even number because I like how that looks. Okay, let me lay all my samples out there and then you tell me which one you like the best. Pumpkins, paper pumpkin, stitch stocking, or 'tis the season, I guess we could call that one. This one we'll call hope, peace, hope, and joy, like that. And this one is the bugs. Am I going to be able to fit them all up here? I'm going to move them all up so we can get all of them on here, because now I think I have 9. Cutest crew, or kittens. And then we have Halloween. Uh-oh, they're not going to all fit. They'll have to lay over a little bit. Halloween, the butterfly, or the fern and flora. All right. I love them all, and like I said, once you get a layout like this, you can go crazy with all the bundles you have, and it makes creating a little bit easier because you already have a plan. So Mary likes this one, and then this one. Connie likes this one. Be sure and get your votes in there. Alrighty, so that's what I have for you today. I hope that you'll give mystery stamping a try. And if you mystery stamp today, please put a picture of your card in the comments. We all want to see. At least I want to see them, and I'm sure other people do too. I'll be sure I have already September's mystery stamping card in mind, and maybe October's. And so after I finish here, I'll put these pictures on my gallery, BeCreativeWithKathy.com, which will always have the measurements. The pumpkins and the bugs, that's Paula's. Paula. And the paper pumpkin is Glenda's. Yay! Okay, anyway, so next month we'll be mystery stamping. I'll put an event here on my Facebook page. You can go to there to get all the measurements. Oh. Wait, I'm looking. Rod says, "Looky mine." Are you posting a picture, Rod, of your card? All right, I'll have to go back and read the comments. I don't know if I missed any. If I did miss a comment, rest assured I will go back and read them all. Otherwise, I'm going to go. I'll see you back here next month for more mystery stamping. And the next card, I don't think you'll be sorry. I think you'll love that layout too. Thanks for being here and stamping with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.